Joan Rivers got it. I'll tell you, Claudine ought to have taken a few lessons from Joan. So should the Biden administration and Obama. And we'll get to that in a second because these people were really just naive fools. But here's Joan. She was not in any way, shape, or form naive. This woman got it. She got it.
Get celebrity reactions to what's going on with the Palestinians and Israelis right now.
Let me just tell you, if New Jersey were firing rockets into New York, we would wipe them out. I am so bored. If we heard they were digging tunnels from New Jersey to New York, we would get rid of Jersey. So I don't want to hear anymore, oh, we'll do a partial truce. The Palestinians, you cannot throw rockets and expect people not to defend themselves.
What about the civilian casualty rate?
Then don't put your goddamn things in private homes. I'm sorry. Don't you dare put weapon stashes in private homes and then we say get out. Of course we're going to do it.
The response normally is where are the civilians supposed to go?
I don't care. They started it. You're all insane. They started it. What are you all saying? They started it. The Israelis did not throw their... For months this has been going on.
How do you resolve
What are you
it?
supposed to do?
How do you resolve it?
How do I know? Because I have been over there. That's how I know. And I wish the world would know. And BBC should be ashamed of themselves. And CNN should be ashamed of themselves. And everybody, stop it already.
Like Dwight Howard tweeted, Free Palestine, took it back. Selena Gomez tweeted a pro-Gaza.
Oh, Selena Gomez. Oh, yeah, that college grad.
All right, Joan, thank you. Joan, thank you so much.
Well,
I don't know, maybe Selena went to Harvard. Look, Joan said it so beautifully. But what's happening now, if you look at the news feeds, and you're going to continue to see this, and this is why I have to keep reminding you of these atrocities, and we'll keep playing Joan Rivers because she's right. They started this. And Israel needs to deal with it. And they need to root Hamas out. They need to get rid of Hamas. It is tragic that Hamas uses children, uses innocent civilians to kind of be their shields. But that is what they do, folks, okay? That's just the reality of who this terror organization truly is. And so Israel doesn't have a whole lot of choices here. They have already given the warning. They are encouraging all the civilians to get out. Some 600,000 are trying to make their way to another place. But guess what? No one in the Arab world wants them. Nope, nobody wants them. Well, Egypt briefly, because Blinken was over there trying to work some deal with Egypt, would you take them? And they briefly opened a passage. And, well, what do you know? Hamas wouldn't let them through. Because Hamas wants this. Hamas, backed by Iran, always backed by Iran. It's its biggest source of funding, Iran. So the people don't really have anywhere to go. I'm just waiting for Rashida Tlaib to say, let's take them here to the United States of America. Let's bring them all in. Well, I'm wondering if they're already kind of maybe already here. Because you see, there's a new report out today on our border. And I'll go to NBC News here that is talking about this, in fact, saying that, the number of people on the terror watch list stopped at the southern U.S. border has risen significantly. And they talk about in the fiscal year 2023, they want you to think it's so far all this year. No. Let me tell you, the fiscal year 2023 for the government started on October 1st. So we're 2 weeks in. 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Think about what happened before this fiscal year. So 2 weeks in, October 1st, we have 160 migrants whose identities match those on the list that have been stopped trying to cross the U.S.-Mexican border compared to 100 in 2022, the number of people that are on the terror watch list. So you have 160 on the terror watch list that are being stopped. Wow. And you look down at the breakdown on the numbers in the last 2 weeks, you got more than 30 Iranians, you got nearly 60 Syrians, you got 35 Pakistanis, 285 from Afghanistan, and more than 2,000 from China. So in other words, these are not people that are coming up from Mexico. I mean, well, there are people that are coming from Mexico, of course. But when you create such a porous border situation, such as the one that we have right now, you expose yourself to tremendous vulnerabilities. And let's be very clear. Joan Rivers was right. They are trying to attack us. They're trying to attack Israel for sure. They don't like us. You see, there's no easy solution to any of this. Not when you have a religion that is rooted in hate. Not when you have a religion that believes that it can convert by the sword. You know, in Christianity, it's all about goodness and trying to live up to Christ's standard. It's all about wanting to be part of that religion. Judaism as well. So the Judeo-Christian system is one that has afforded us tremendous opportunity, freedoms, prosperity. That is not what happens in the Muslim religion. And we don't need to make this a whole big thing on the Muslim religion, but I'll tell you, one conversation with Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, and you'll get it. Phenomenal. He's actually like a real doctor, a medical doctor, but he used to come on my show all the time back at Fox because he's Islamic, he's Muslim, and he keeps saying, you know what, we got to change this religion. And he has a whole reform for that religion that he's very passionate about because there are sections of the Quran that get badly interpreted, and that needs to change. But until that does, what do? When you have these religious zealots and you have people in Iran, the mullahs, that are using it for their own advantage, their own political advantage, frankly. They don't want to get put out of power. And so they sell something. They're selling something to the people, and that something is hate. It's a whole lot of hate. And for some reason, we got a whole group of Americans here, like this, Harvard lady, that think that we have to somehow take all that in and be the victim. Like it's our fault. What do you think reparations are about? In California, where they want to give out $5 million to every single person that can prove that they were, I don't even know if you have to prove it, you were a descendant of slaves. They're talking about putting this on the census right now. They want to know if you're a descendant of slave. They want to give $5 million plus free healthcare for life and forgiveness of all debt. Because they've been oppressed. They've been oppressed by my Irish ancestors that came here with the potato famine. Like, sorry, we didn't have anything to do with that. But the fact that they're judging every single one of us by the color of our skin, that's all that matters now. And so if you really take this BLM nonsense forward, it could actually put us in a very dangerous spot, because this is the rhetoric, the thinking, the thought process, the tribalism, if you would, of those that stand with the terror organization Hamas. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.